Are you serious?
Yeah, turn
This
around.
is my son. Let me bring my son home first. What are you doing to my son? Duh.
Cops often make dumb mistakes that throw their careers into a downward spiral, just like these two. In the early morning of July 4th, 2024, John Sexton was out for a walk with his son in Watonga, Oklahoma. This is when he was confronted by Officer Joaquin Montoya.
Hey, how you doing today? Yeah, where you heading off to? Just walking. Any specific location? Okay. Is this your son?
Yes.
All right. Hey, what's your name?
You can tell him my name.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Johnny.
Johnny. All right. All right, Johnny. Where you come from?
Just walking around.
Just walking around.
Yeah.
All right. Enjoying this weather.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, we're checking up on you, man. You know.
Just walk around. What the heck is this deal?
Found it a little bit suspicious, you know. So,
What?
just the walking around.
Walking around is a little bit suspicious.
I mean, technically not really, but I mean it is pretty early in the morning. Just wondering what was going on.
That's what we do. We get up early in the morning.
You got your ID on you?
What do I need an ID for?
Because I just asked you for it.
I don't need to show my ID.
Okay, if you don't give me your ID, I'm going to take you to jail for failure to identify because I've identified that you've been walking around down here at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we do that.
No, you're not. Give me your ID.
This is Officer Monty Goodwin, and what he's about to do would end up traumatizing John's son for life.
You've been walking around down here at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we do that.
No, you're not. Give me your ID.
I don't have my ID on me because it's at the house.
Okay, what's your name and date of birth?
Huh?
What's your name and date
I don't
of
know,
birth?
but you can't run. I don't have. This is a state where I don't have to show my
Okay,
ID.
turn around.
You're gonna do this in front of my son?
Yeah, turn around.
Are you serious?
Yeah, turn
This
around.
is my son. Let me bring my son home first.
No, turn around now.
Bro, you need to. Here, let me videotape this real quick. I want this on video. What are you doing to my son? Bro, this is son, it's okay, okay?
It's good.
Bro, I promise you're gonna pay for this. Are you serious?
Yeah, turn
This
around.
is my son. Let me bring my son home first.
No, turn around now.
Bro, you need to. Here, let me videotape this real quick. I want this on video. What are you doing to my son? Duh. Son, it's okay, okay? Bro, I promise you're gonna pay for this.
You think?
Yeah, I promise you that. We're walking around. There's nothing suspicious. I've done nothing criminal. I don't have my ID on me. I told you that.
And what did I tell you?
And you just slammed me on the ground because I was trying to record. What are you rolling me on the ground for? Dude, this is ridiculous. And look what you're doing to my fucking son. There's my phone right there, too. You're a punk ass bitch. You know that? Dude, I can't even believe you're doing this to my son because we was walking around on 4th of July.
Have a seat and I'll talk to you.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Hey, buddy. He's just gonna find out who he is, all right? And then hopefully we'll go from there, all right?
It's a miracle the tyrant cop didn't arrest the kid for not identifying himself. The pig officer then returns to talk to the kid whose father he just assaulted.
Hey, buddy, come here. You're okay. Listen to me. You're okay. Hey, quit crying. People that don't want to identify typically are involved in criminal activity.
According to this cop, everyone who doesn't identify themselves is a criminal. Reminds me of what people of a certain region used to do back in the day. The officer proceeds to cop-splain to John.
I've known this individual to be involved in thefts in the city of Canton.
There has been no criminal activity.
Okay, listen to me.
Bro, we were just walking, and when you
Okay,
came up,
so listen.
you didn't hear what he said
Shut
when
up
he first
and
came
listen
up,
for
though,
a
did you?
minute. No, shut up and
Okay,
listen.
what?
Okay. So I saw y'all walk down the alley behind I saw y'all when I was headed into the office. Walk down, walk across the street.
Yes, sir.
Then I got my unit ready. While getting my unit ready, man, I see y'all back in the alley you left from, okay?
We will always walk from that alley around. That's
Okay.
our house is around that. Is that why we do that? I promise. We do it every morning. I'm surprised you haven't seen me.
So here's the thing. That's fine and dandy, man. But listen, we have people that are going down up and down these alleys, spray painting and tearing shit up.
Yes, sir. I understand that.
Okay? It's the 4th of July, man.
But
Okay,
if he would have came up and
stop,
said something
stop.
like, hey, but he just goes,
Hey.
I've been called for, what do you say, investigation of something. And I was like, what?
Yeah, okay, so here's the deal, though. Listen, when I got there, I didn't play games with you. I asked you what y'all were doing. You said, okay. I've worked here. Yeah, and that's fine, dude. I love it that you're out with your kid. But it is a little odd, okay? So when I ask you for your ID, you say, I don't have any ID. So what's your name and date of birth? That's all you have to give me. Give me your name and date of birth. What is your name and date of birth?
I know, but it's just because
No, this is your last offer.
You're asking me right now? I thought you were saying what you're... my name is John Sexton, 123086.
Okay, set time.
12:30 of 86.
The 4th of July. What a day to completely step on someone's rights. A real embodiment of the American spirit right there. As one tyrant interrogated John, the other one tried to calm the kid down.
Hey, do you watch a lot of Ninja Turtles?
No, I want my dad.
Yeah, he's right there. Don't worry about it. Look, he's gonna be all right. I'm sorry. Bad choice of words, my bad.
This interaction is sure to teach the kid about the rights he can exercise. What a commendable cop. Let's get back to the other idiot officer who's giving John some lessons about the law.
Okay, listen, man. As long as you don't have a bad warrant, I don't want to take you to jail. I don't like taking people to jail. I don't like doing what I had to do to you in front of your kid. But you caused it. All you had to do was provide the information asked. Listen. Shut up and listen just a minute. We had reasonable enough suspicion to identify you. That's all that matters.
But if I did criminal activity.
Yeah.
But I didn't do no criminal activity.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't do nothing criminal walking with my son.
Okay. It's not criminal, but we still have reasonable enough suspicion to identify you.
And if I want to give the ID, I can.
No, it's not a if. The state is not a if you want to
so
state.
It's a state that they can ID you at any time.
It's not a. This is not a shall ID state. But once you're being detained, and
what was I being detained for?
Criminal. Like we don't know what's going on, but we can call it criminal activity.
That's not. But I didn't do criminal activity, sir. That was
okay, man.
Thrown down like that in front of my son.
I didn't even throw you down. If you want to know the truth.
You did. And
no.
You rolled me on the ground, sir.
I rolled you on the ground to.
3 times.
I just making sure you don't have any weapons in there, bro.
No, that was just a little overdue when a kid's right there. That's all I'm saying.
Well, don't you think maybe next time a cop says, "Hey, what's your name?"
I don't have my ID though. That's what I was telling you. I don't have it on me.
But I did ask you what's your name and date of birth is. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about it, Mr. Sexton. But here's the thing, man. Typically, when a cop's out with somebody and they don't want to identify, it leads us to believe that you are involved in more criminal activity than we need to. So that's why you heard me saying what I was saying, because I'm narrating for the camera. This is not my first day on the job, okay?
Why is he out 6 o'clock in the morning with his kid?
Says he gets up every morning at 4 and walks around. You ever seen him?
No.
Me neither.
No, and I call out those when I do duty.
Yeah.
I purposely drive down.
I don't think I'm out of the scope of my job, do you?
No. I mean, we've been told to extra patrol because of issues in the alleys, and now we're checking out somebody that's in the same fucking alley.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got break-ins, we've got graffiti, reports of drug stuff.
Yeah.
After confessing his sins to another officer and realizing he couldn't hold John any longer, the tyrant finally showed some mercy.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, man, have a good night. See? I'm not dumb, am I? People usually have warrants that don't want to identify.
I know, but they've been on there for 10 years. Like, literally, they're just for tickets.
Okay.
That's all they are.
Well, here's the thing, though. Are you aware of what they're doing now? So now that I've advised you, they're all supposed to put a check mark on them or whatever. So the next time somebody checks out with you, guess what? There's a good chance you might go to jail for them. So you might want to start getting a hold of them counties and take care of it.
Yeah, you got to get a hold of them now, they say. They used to just put warrants out, but they said if you get a hold of them and you can't pay it, they'll work with you to not put one out. But
yeah, but here's the
this
deal.
was from 10 years ago. That's the reason
a lot of you,
a
a lot of you guys have strung them out so long now that they're saying, hey, guess what?
sit them out.
Nope. Yep. You can come set them out.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Come on, son.
Hey.
You're supposed to be in there, son. Come on. You can't play in there. That's not ours, okay? We'll go home and pay.
All right. So listen, you guys, we don't mind you getting out, walking around, but when the police officers ask you who you are, you better tell them, okay?
Come on, let's go.
I'll put these up for you.
Just another day at the office for this tyrant, but this incident sent shockwaves in the community. A city meeting was held, and after severe backlash, the city manager was demoted to an intern role while the mayor and vice mayor resigned. Officer Goodwin was fired from his position, and he's looking down the barrel of a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. The next case is no different, except the victims were two grandmas who were trying to feed the cats. On June 25, 2022, Wetumpka Police Department confronted an old woman sitting in her car. This incident would result in two old women exposing a corrupt government structure.
Negative.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. All right. What question? What are you doing?
Trying to trap some cats.
Okay. All right. We got a call that somebody was out here feeding the cats and stuff like that. So.
I'm trying to trap them.
Okay. You have your driver's license with you, man? Where do you take them once you trap them?
Okay, wait a minute. I got three. Y'all have three cop cars because I'm feeding cats?
No, we always do this. It's
That's
fine.
unbelievable.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, give me just a second, Miss Alpha.
Okay.
That would be a good one.
You're formally trespassed from this area right here, so if you come back and we catch you out here, you go to jail for criminal trespass third. No, ma'am.
This is public property.
City
It's
property.
This is city
and there's
property.
no, it's public,
Yes, ma'am.
which makes it public property.
Yeah, and the city does not want anybody feeding the animals around here because they're becoming a nuisance.
I'm trying to help that nuisance by catching them. I mean,
Okay.
they should be thanking me. I've got a trap set right there trying to help catch them and get them out of here.
Okay.
We have an animal control officer that's certified for that.
I know that, and Terrence knows that I try to help him catch them.
So we're telling you no.
Okay, the trespass stands. Just don't be around here trapping them anymore, okay? All right, you have a good one.
You saw that right. The woman was trespassed from private city property. What a load of bullcrap. What she was actually doing was trying to lure feral cats with food, catch them, and rehabilitate them. Moments later, officers returned and her friend had joined her.
What are we doing?
For 939.
Stopping to see if I was okay.
Could you 10-9 or 1028?
Delta Victor 57701. Well, man, we told you to leave this area. Well,
10-1028 returns to Beverly
you leave
Robert.
now. We're teetering on going to jail.
2006 Camry, gray in color. Current 29 negative.
I'm teetering on going to jail for feeding cats.
well, for trespassing, we told you to leave and you haven't left. I could take you to jail now. I'm not trying to do that. Ma'am, do you have your driver's license with you?
Yeah. I mean, we're trying to do a good
Thank you,
thing.
ma'am.
I don't understand. We're trying to help, but we're not.
Negative 10-9. You want to handle her? I mean, she's still not leaving. If you want to take her to jail too, go for it. All right, Ms. Roberts? Okay. Apparently, they've had an issue with you out here before with the cats.
Not here.
Feeding the cats out here, right?
Well, I feed them. We've been trying to trap them, and we get them neutered and then get them homes.
Okay.
So we're trying to do the city a favor.
Okay, well, the city has asked you multiple times.
The city?
Yes, ma'am. not to do this. Okay, and they have trespassed you. Okay, and now you're trespassing.
I'm sitting in my car. I'm not.
Well, you're on you're on the property. You've got cat food. Okay, it's pretty. I mean, all in the back seat. It's pretty clear what your intent is. Okay. All right. So, because you've been trespassed and you have returned yet again, we're gonna have to take you to jail. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
No.
No.
You can go too.
I'm just.
No.
So I'm not allowed to talk?
No, that doesn't involve you.
A little background about Mrs. Roberts. She served in the Alabama National Guard. In 2005, when Roberts moved to Wetumpka, she received the honor of retiring from the Army as a sergeant major. So these tyrants were harassing a vet for feeding cats.
You're trespassing here.
I will call a lawyer. All right.
Yes, ma'am. That's fine. You can call a lawyer as soon as you get to the jail. Okay.
As soon as I
Go ahead and
get
get
to
in your car.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead and get in your car. Go ahead and get in your car.
Ma'am, go to your car before you get arrested.
I guess you wanted to.
No, I just wanted to say something.
Okay, get in your car.
Go ahead and get in your car.
Get in your car. All right, Miss Roberts. I'm gonna have to get you to step out. Okay.
I'd be trespassing if I did.
Well, ma'am, you're already trespassing.
Shit. You all are unbelievable. This is what you're wasting city gas on.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Step up here for me. Okay.
Now, wait a minute.
I'm not gonna listen to me. I'm not listen. Hold on. Where are you going?
I'm going to give her my car keys so she can get my car to my
Here,
house.
give it to that officer right there. He'll hand them to her.
want to say one thing
Hey.
to you.
It's gonna get ugly if you don't stop.
Can I please say one thing?
Okay. Now you just got another charge.
Can I say one
Congratulations.
thing?
Get out. Get out. I'm tired of it. Get out. Get out.
Don't,
Get out.
Help him.
I got hurt really bad.
Can I get my car off
No,
the
ma'am.
road?
You just threw those keys at an officer. You're not getting anything. Ma'am, stop. Come on now. You're 84-year-old. You are way too old to be acting like this. Come on now. You're acting like a child.
Listen, I want my purse. I want my purse, my identification. You can't take me without my purse. You understand? You cannot take me without my purse.
Go ahead and step in for me.
Both women were found guilty this week and sentenced to 2 years unsupervised probation and $50 fines plus court costs for each charge. Their attorneys filed a formal appeal seeking a jury trial and are preparing to sue the city. And it's looking like a clean sweep to them due to the massive support these women have garnered online. This corrupt cop escalated a smile ticket into an arrest.
There are plenty of parking spaces over there, and you're getting loud with me. Write me a damn ticket then. I will.
But it's kind of rude if you're interrupting me,
well,
isn't
it's
it?
kind of rude that I'm in handcuffs right now. You expect me to be happy? I'm not.
Corrupt cops are always up to shady business, but there are some rare moments where they forget that their body cam is on, just like in this first case where an egotistic cop turned a simple ticket into an arrest. October 8, 2023, Officer Cook stopped at a local shopping center in Florida to get lunch. That's when he observed a truck with a boat in tow illegally parked in the fire lane. After a while, he was able to get hold of the owner. Things quickly got heated.
License and registration and proof of insurance, please.
My truck.
Okay, well, someone can get it for me.
What's the reason for that, though?
Because you're parked in a fire lane. And it says no parking. Yeah, well, if there was a fire in this liquor store, I don't know, out in the parking lot.
Do you see anywhere in this parking lot to park at, dude?
Yep, absolutely. There's plenty out there.
Not when I pulled in. Fucking bullshit. Go get your shit for you. It ain't my truck.
Well, whose truck is it?
It's his. I just told you that, dude. Ask him.
You understand why I'm frustrated, right?
I work here, I understand.
Okay.
Dude, there's nowhere to park. And it's like,
There
I
are
feel like there's a
plenty of
million
places.
things to look at.
There
And you were
are-
scouting the parking lot. I knew when you were sitting right there, you were going to get me when I walked in.
Well, then why did you park here?
Because there was nowhere else to go when I went in.
There are plenty of parking spaces over there, and you're getting loud with
Write
me.
me a damn ticket then.
I will.
You little ego too high for that little fit you got on.
Yeah, okay. What is your deal?
You, bro.
You are in a parking spot that if there was a fire in this liquor store right now, I don't give a in 5 minutes, bro. I don't care. You're breaking the law.
And you're mad about it because your ego's too.
I have no ego. You know what I came here to do? I came here to simply go get a lunch. That's all I came here for.
I don't gotta listen to shit you say.
That's fine.
Any trained officer would have enough de-escalation training not to argue back with the citizen. Cook writes the ticket and circles back to the truck to snoop around for more charges.
Do me a favor, roll down your front and back windows, please.
Can't do that, buddy.
Yeah, you can.
We weren't driving it. When you gave us a ticket, it's for sitting still, isn't it?
Nope, I can go ahead and check this too. Where did you get your law degree from?
What was that?
Where did you get your law degree from? Huh? Your law degree? Did you get one?
Oh,
okay, that's what I think so.
Business,
Yeah, go ahead and roll the windows down for me, sir.
Keys are inside of it. Wants to get us for anything you can because you got.
Yep, that's good. Go ahead and roll this one down. Thank you.
Bullshit, dude.
Yep.
Go fuck yourself, you know that?
Cook was able to find that the windows had an illegal tint on them, and he wrote that down as an additional charge. After that, he went to confront the driver and saw an opportunity to get back at him.
I'm not listening to this. You need to shut the mind your fucking business. Mind your business, man. Sit your ass there.
Now he's disturbing the peace.
Bro, get your hands off me, bro. Bro, you see this? You see this shit? You see this angry little? Look at him, bro.
Nope. Your attitude caused this.
My attitude, you're mad because I called your friend, bro.
My friend?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're mad, bro. That's all there is. You're mad. You have no right to arrest me right now. For
You're
what?
disturbing the peace right now.
How's that?
I have all these people right now that...
Why don't you get him for parking up on your traffic stop then, huh? Oh, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
He can walk up on a traffic stop all he wants.
Stop.
11 Alpha 82 Central. Can I get another unit to my...
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, but they're really insistent. I'm trying to be nice, but like...
He just needs to shut his mouth.
Well, you're letting him fucking egg it on, aren't you?
Shut up!
Nope. Go ahead and turn.
You getting me up or what?
Yep.
Stop.
It ain't gonna stick. I don't care.
Stop.
You think this shit's gonna stick for real, don't you?
It don't matter. You're going to jail tonight.
Without so much of a warning, Cook grabs the driver and throws him to the ground. He calls it disturbing the peace, but this arrest was fueled by a hurt ego. Cook then fills in his buddies with a drummed-up lie.
He's causing a ruckus out here. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. He's not saying, you know, too much to people that are going by. Somebody's walking by, and as they're walking by, he's telling them, you need to chill the fuck out. And then he starts yelling and screaming, causing a ruckus over here. So he's got all these people that are going into the store that all just stopped. So we got disturbing. I got him for disturbing the peace. I got him screaming and hooting and hollering in front of people that are going inside. So I got disorderly all day long.
Okay.
That's not what happened, and Cook's own body cam is proof of that. His arguments weren't threats to anybody, and his actions are protected by the First Amendment. Cook's supervisor arrives on scene and tries to understand the situation.
Yo, what are you doing? I'm knocking my head on the thing to turn some AC on. It's hot in here. Yo got me putting he put his cuffs on as tight as he can because he's mad.
Lower your voice.
Enough.
He has been like this the entire time.
Please.
The whole time he's been disrespectful, absolutely bratty, and it's absolutely ridiculous. All he had to do was simply abide by what I was saying. He's parked in a fire lane. I said, I need your license, registration, proof of insurance, and immediately that's when the attitude kicked off.
Nothing on me, dude.
Bryson.
Besides a ticket.
Shut your mouth.
makes it.
Go get the footage of him slamming on my head. Go get that shit.
I did slam you on your head. Why? Because you were mouthing off to a citizen that was walking in.
You're telling me a citizen's allowed to walk up to the traffic stop and start cussing me out?
A citizen can walk by here and say whatever. It's freedom of speech.
So I can say whatever I want back. Yes or no?
No, you are actually causing a disturbance.
So you're saying I'm not allowed to cuss back, but
you are causing a disturbance.
Okay, just answer my question. Yes or no? Did he walk up and start cussing me out?
I wasn't here.
I'm asking him. See how he's walking?
Here we can see the double standard plain as day. He didn't take the bystander's offensive remarks as interfering with a stop, but he took the driver's reply as disturbing the peace. Next, we can see Cook being A-OK with parking in the fire lane when he wanted a witness statement.
Were you a witness? Did you see what happened?
I didn't.
Could you pull over here for a moment and fill out a sworn written statement for me?
No, I don't want a ticket.
You're not going to get a ticket. Just pull up here and or park over here and I just need to get your ID real quick. Were you a witness? No? Okay.
All right. Okay, good. Good.
It's called disorderly conduct, ma'am, and that's exactly what he was doing. I mean, no disrespect to you. Yeah, it was disorderly conduct, and that's why I'm arresting him now.
Florida statute defines disorderly conduct as any act that corrupts public morals, outrages public decency, affects the peace and quiet of others, involves fighting or brawling, and constitutes a breach of the peace. What the driver was doing was just freedom of speech. Cook then lies again to his supervisor.
He's working on it for you.
That's fine. No, so I mean, so let me give you a rundown. So he pulled up here. I was just coming here to grab lunch. I parked over here. He pulls up. He sees me. He even said on body camera that I knew you were going to do this to me when I saw you. So he pulls up here, doesn't move his car. I pull my car back over here. I thought maybe somebody was inside. I'm tapping on the window. Nobody's in there. So I go inside. I'm trying to make an announcement over the loudspeaker to have someone move their car. He comes up to me. He's like, "It's my car. I'll fucking move it right now." So he comes out. And he immediately starts giving me attitude. Just attitude. So I start writing him citations. Okay. I wrote him a citation for the parking. I wrote him a citation for the tint on his window because he's got illegal tint. And then I wrote him for no proof of insurance. Before I even had a chance to write for the or hand him the citations, he started mouthing off to a customer that was going inside because the customer was like, "You need to chill the fuck out and calm down." Now there's 3 other people, including this lady here, who witnessed the entire thing. She said that he was acting like a complete and total ass. And then I took him down to the ground because he was, walking towards that other customer. As he was walking towards the customer, he kind of had like a aggressive.
Come back? Give him like verbal command?
No. At that point in time, I just said, "Now you're going to jail," and I took him down.
Okay.
I put him in handcuffs.
All right.
So I got him for disorderly and the citations.
Who's the other people sitting out?
That's how corrupt cops blur the line between right and wrong. Cook's own body cam never showed him walking towards the shopper he was arguing with. In a written statement, Cook tries to bend the story again, where he states that, "As I approached early," the driver, "I noticed that a crowd was gathered at the front entrance and was now watching the incident take place." And once again, that was a blatant lie. The driver was taken to jail and eventually the charge against him was dismissed, after which Cook was investigated for disciplinary actions. While the last officer is being investigated, this next female officer is going to be facing a big lawsuit over her actions. On September 5, 2023, contractor Bradley Conley was resting in his vehicle in a parking lot of an under-construction shopping center where he was building a store. That's when Officer Tafoya approached him to start.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going good. I'm building this store right here. I'm just like.
Okay. You got stuff in there then?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I just left it up.
Okay. Do you have your driver's license with you?
What do I need that for?
So, I want to verify that you are supposed to be here. What kind of store are you guys working on?
We're building a family deli.
Okay.
If you want, I can just open the door for you.
Okay. Who's a good contact?
I'm him.
What do you mean, I'm him?
I'm the guy.
So, do you have any paperwork or anything? I know you might have a key. You said you could lock it up or open it up and stuff like that.
I just
do you have?
locked it up. I just got it back.
But do you have like a contact number that I could verify, like who you're leasing the property from or anything like that? So I'm a little confused. Normally people don't have any problems identifying themselves.
Well,
because I know you're doing construction here. You told me that that's
Is that
good.
what it usually is? Nobody has any problem?
So the other thing is it's after hours. It's kind of weird to have people, even construction workers, to be on site at this time of day. How can I verify that you are supposed to be here besides you having a key to that place?
I guess just come here during the day.
Well, I don't work daytimes. You don't want to give me a phone number, and you don't want to identify yourself to me.
Well, it's not that I don't want to identify you. It's just that have I committed a crime? I don't know.
So yes, unless I can verify you are supposed to be here, then you are trespassing.
Is that how that works?
So you're on private property, yes, sir.
I don't know how trespassing works.
Yep.
So if you're on private property, you're trespassing? That's the trespassing law?
Bradley was authorized to be there. He wasn't trespassing. It was up to the officer to investigate his claims. He was in his rights to not tell her anything. Tafoya then calls for backup so she could have a sidekick while she harasses the man.
Do you mind if I step out? I don't want you to...
If you just want to hang tight, I have another officer coming, so we'll just hang out and we'll wait and we'll just go through that. You don't have any weapons or anything in your vehicle?
There's not one weapon
okay.
in here, no.
Okay.
I mean you no ill will or no harm. And I don't mean you any disrespect whatsoever, but you're not going to get my ID. I promise you that. I'm not committing a crime. I'm supposed to be here. So it'd probably be best if you just left me alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry you feel that way.
No, that's just the way it is. That's the law.
What do you mean it would be best?
You got your body camera?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. You'll be on YouTube, and it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal because if I haven't committed a crime, which I haven't, it's going to be best for you, your department, everything, as far as looks, if you just did the right thing, did your job.
Would you mind, while I'm here, just keeping your hands where I can see them?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
That's why I asked you if you want me to step out.
Okay. And like I said, we'll wait for my partner to get here and we'll go through all of that.
What was your name?
I'm Officer Tafoya.
Your badge number?
17-8.
That was very good.
Alright, Officer Dressel, so we're going to go around to the other side. This gentleman agreed he's going to step out of his vehicle. He's refusing to identify himself. He said he's not going to identify himself.
What I said was,
and that it'd be best for us
wanted to just make sure
leave.
She was here alone.
So
make sure that
I do have an open container there. So, and he says he's not trespassing, so we'll go around and.
Okay.
Okay.
So do me a favor, set the car off. Thank you.
3531 Oklahoma plate.
You want to just detain him?
Yeah. Charles Paul Mary 496.
I'm gonna put my shoes on if you don't mind.
Well, just if you don't mind opening the door so I can at least see what's going on down there. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Yeah, I see the wrench and stuff, so.
Yeah, all my tools are right inside that building too.
Okay. Oh, you got a little partner there. Hey,
Yeah,
buddy.
she goes everywhere I go.
Oh, young lady.
And like I explained to her, I have no ill will, no weapons in the car, so.
Okay. Is there a reason you don't want to identify yourself?
I'm a constitutional right advocate first and foremost. Second, I just build stores, and I've been down here 7 weeks building that one, making sure there's been some suspicious, weird activity, and there's been other officers around here.
She's not going to come out, is she?
Bradley was extremely cooperative and even stepped out of the vehicle while he didn't have to by law. That's when Tafoya did something illegal.
Oh, she might. I don't know. Okay.
All right. So, sir, I am going to detain you, okay? I do need to identify yourself. You're refusing to identify yourself.
What, have I committed a crime? I know I've asked that. What's the crime?
You're trespassing, and you do have an open container in
I'm
your
on
vehicle
private
as well.
property, right?
Yes. So I do need you to go ahead and turn around and get in your back right, please. Turn your hand, please.
35 year old.
And I don't obviously consent to any search or seizure.
Do you have a wallet or anything on you?
I do not.
The reason she gave for detaining him was that he failed to identify. This was not a crime scene. She wasn't investigating anything. Nobody called her to trespass Bradley. She detained him only because she wanted to exert dominance. Understandably, Bradley was upset, and it showed.
I know you said you've been previously contacted by law enforcement. Have you been contacted by law enforcement
Here.
at this address before?
Well, yeah, they stopped by all the time. Not contacted, they just came through and seen how I was doing when I was working.
Well, that's completely different, right?
Yeah. Well,
Okay. Was that daytime or nighttime?
Nighttime.
Okay.
And daytime, both. But I'm not answering any more questions, and I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
And I have a campsite in Fruta up here.
So how could we mediate this
I
or
don't know.
mitigate this for
I'm
next time?
not talking. And either way, it doesn't matter to me because I've litigated before.
So whose car is this?
Sir, I don't answer questions.
Well, it's not yours. You're not the registered owner.
I don't answer questions, sir.
Okay, so
I haven't committed a crime.
yeah, you have.
What crime?
You're in a parking lot of a closed business.
Not a crime,
Nothing's
sir.
open.
Not a crime.
And you are trespassing.
Trespassing, that's not how it works, sir.
Next, the other officer on the scene tried to cop-splain to Bradley, but he wasn't having any of it.
Well, let me speak for a second.
Articulate it. It's on camera. I just want it.
So a reasonable person who's in this situation who says, I know the owner, would say, hey, if we call this guy and he tells you that he knows
I'm
me.
a constitutional right advocate. You don't have the right to just come up and put me in handcuffs and demand that I ID, sir.
Without due respect.
Yeah,
This
it
isn't
looks
Nazi
like it's
Germany.
not.
You're absolutely right, it's not. And a reasonable person in a situation like this who says, yeah, my name is Officer Drussel, 2017.
Officer, if you could get a supervisor out here, that'd be awesome.
So, yeah, we'll work on that.
Okay, thank you.
So
But other than that, I don't answer questions.
Reasonable
and
person.
I'm not committing a crime.
Okay.
So you're doing this all without me committing a crime. And I know the law very well. And I don't break it.
Okay.
And this ain't breaking the law. And you can't just come up and either detain or arrest. Now, if you tell me you're going to arrest me or else me give you my name, I will. At any point during this. If you say, hey, my name is Brad, by the way, because you told me your name and badge number, I appreciate it. Hey, Brad, we're going to arrest you if you don't give me your name. I'll give you my name gladly. Other than that, I have nothing more to say, and you're not getting my name or fingerprint reader or any of that. And there's nothing illegal in there, but it'd be really nice to let me put on a sweatshirt right there. It's kind of chilly out there. Or just let me go.
So, I know you don't want to listen to us and you're not going to, but
I'll listen to you.
this all could have been, like...
It could have all been okay if she walked up and said, what are you doing? And I said, hey, here's what I'm doing. I'm building a store.
Let me speak without interrupting me?
I mean, with all due respect, once again, I don't want to hear it, man. I've heard it a million times.
Well, I don't want to hear it either.
I don't want to hear cops playing. Well, what are you going to do? I've already told you. I'll give you my name if you say you're going to arrest me if I don't. Otherwise, kick rocks. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you're violating my rights right now. I've said it several times. I'm saying it again. I haven't broken a law, and you can't tell me a law except I'm trespassing, which I'm absolutely 100% not. Like I said, there's no reason for this. I have no ill will, no harm or nothing. You could take these off and I could put a sweatshirt on it. They're going to end up coming off anyways. You just are used to stepping up on people and stepping on their rights, right? It's so ugly. This is why I do this. Maybe after this you'll have a better understanding and maybe you'll treat people with respect. My channel's got several officers fired that have laughed, and I've warned the same way. I know you're not understanding. I see it in your face. Coming in hot. Is this a supervisor?
Yes, sir.
We can see that it was freezing cold out there from Bradley's breath. The officers weren't even decent enough to let him wear his shirt. Now, with the arrival of the supervisor, would these pigs stand down?
Hey, good evening.
Here, your first name is Brad.
Sure. What's your name?
My name is Corporal Mosier.
Corporal?
Yep.
Okay, and your badge number?
17-5.
1705?
17-5.
17-5.
Yep.
It's cold out here, and these are not doing anything. I'd like to be able to put a shirt on.
Okay, I would like to be able for you to do that too.
Okay.
But we have to proceed with our investigation before.
Okay, go ahead and proceed then.
Okay. So it's my understanding the officers told you were contacted for trespassing.
Yeah.
I get you have a reason for being here.
Yeah, and that's not how trespassing law works. And as a corporal, you know that.
Yeah.
If you guys don't want me here, or the owner, which they don't care if I'm here, but say they did, you'd have to ask me to leave and give me the opportunity to leave, and I would.
So we operate our contacts based off reasonable suspicion, which
Right.
is what they are doing.
Right.
Which gives us the authority to identify
What's
you.
your reasonable articulate suspicion that I've committed a crime?
Yeah.
What's the crime?
Trespassing.
That's not how trespassing law works.
Okay.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry you disagree, but that's what the contact's for.
That really sucks that you think that.
Okay. So
I haven't committed a crime.
Okay. So I'm telling you what we're
You
doing.
need a crime to get my
Okay.
ID. Well, I don't really care.
So it's been explained
I'm
to you.
not
You're
trying to
outside.
be a
Okay.
jerk.
If you know the owners and they're letting you stay here,
Right.
let me call them to confirm.
Go ahead. I'm
What's
not
their-
giving you any
okay.
number. It's 2 a.m. If you want, the
So
only
go
thing
ahead,
I will
but
do.
I can't call them. I
The
don't
only
understand
thing I will
what's
do
going
for you is I will open that building. I have the codes. I'm the GC here.
on. Okay.
I'm not doing
Just
it.
because you have access to the building doesn't mean you have authority to be here after hours.
Okay, well, or we can wait here until 7 a.m. when the superintendent gets here. Right,
Right
and
now,
this
you
isn't
are the one
reasonable. I'm not doing
prolonging the
anything.
stop.
I'm not doing anything wrong. No,
And right
because
now,
you guys could get in
you
your
are the
car
one
and leave.
prolonging the stop.
You could let me go, which is the right thing. That's what right now
Once
you're
we
violating my
identify you,
rights
that very
by
well
having me
may
in
be.
here and having me out here, and I haven't committed a crime.
I can't say anything about trespassing, but Bradley is clearly guilty of hurting the cops' feelings. The cops huddle up so they can use their one combined brain cell, after which Tafoya informs Bradley about the sham charges they came up with.
If you ask me,
Do another avenue.
if you ask me,
We'll be right back, Brad. Just stressful.
about ready to piss these off me.
So we are being advised that the parking lot we're on actually has been recently developed and belongs to the church right over there. So we're
Really?
getting in contact with the church owners and see if they wish to pursue any trespassing charges. The other thing too is I also have probable cause for an open marijuana container in your vehicle. And we do have a city ordinance.
There's marijuana in my
We have a
vehicle?
city ordinance that does not allow camping on city property or within city limits.
I'm not camping.
So
watching
I
my
would like to
rules.
let you know that I do have probable cause for at least 2 of those 3 charges once we get a hold of the owner.
Not true.
If they choose to pursue trespassing charges, I can charge you with that as well.
You can trespass
At
me
this
and
time,
I can leave.
I would like to leave it up to you whether you would like to identify yourself.
I would like to be let go and you go on your way. That's the only.
Are you willing to identify yourself?
There is no other answer except no.
Well, I will be charging you with open container.
You're going to charge me with open container.
Do you have your driver's license on you or is it in your vehicle?
So am I under arrest?
Yes.
I am under arrest?
Yes.
Okay. It's right there in my door.
And what is your first name, sir?
Bradley. B-R-A-D-L-E-Y. I still haven't committed a crime.
And what is your middle name?
My last name is Conley.
What is your middle name?
C-O-N.
Alright, and before I put you in there, I do have to search you. Do you have anything on you that's going to poke me, stick me?
Nope. And I don't.
No needles, nothing like that? Okay. Well, you're in custody, so you don't have to consent.
Is that in front?
Nope.
And that's America, everyone, where you can get arrested for nothing after you've been working your butt off all day. Eventually, the cops contacted the parking lot's owners and solicited a trespass, because initially there wasn't any complaint to the police, so the cops had to let him go.
I'm not sure what my corporal told them. I wasn't with him when he called them.
You guys can't. Send 3 complaints you guys. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Sit. Sit. It's okay. Don't pull my pants down. Yeah, I know it is. What you guys just did is very ugly. And thousands of people will be calling the department, I promise. And I've said that before, and people don't understand. But what you just did, that's garbage, man. You can't solicit a trespass. I bet I'm not even trespassed. And I know the owner of this whole entire property very well. I deal with him every day.
Apparently not, because I spoke with the property owner of this property, and he does not know you.
Okay. Whatever. Yeah. Would you take the handcuffs off so I can get on my way?
So, Dressel, did we put his property in the
Your
vehicle?
phone and the change that we count in your pockets.
Of course it is.
In the
Come
bed
down
of
in
the
the
truck.
morning and FOIA request his body cam. Everything that you said, keep them on.
They are on.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna remove the handcuffs, and I need you to keep. I need you to keep your hands
I know
behind.
what to do. Quit giving me directives, please. I'm not doing anything unlawful.
And I'll need you to keep your
You're
hands
doing
behind
this
your
to a
back
citizen.
until
Oh,
I
know,
tell you
I
you can
am.
relax. Keep your hands behind your back for me.
I don't have to do what you say.
All right, so now since you know you're not allowed here, I'm going to ask you to leave.
I'll see you tomorrow. Get me there.
The stupidest reasons cops get into trouble is not knowing the First Amendment.
You're actually arresting me. All you had to do was respect my civil rights.
This is not a restricted area.
It is.
You're in a restricted area. Where does it say it?
Okay, Sean,
Where does it say that?
Sean, you can't be in here.
Most of our police force don't know the laws they enforce, or they just choose to remain ignorant. So some people take the liberty to educate these fools, just like this first guy who shut down 2 cops. Just a few days ago, on the 2nd of March 2025, Jeff Gray, a civil rights auditor, was hanging out in front of a restaurant with a sign that read, "God bless the homeless vets." The restaurant manager took offense to that and dialed the police.
Hi, I have a gentleman outside of our restaurant at Funky Pelican. Has like a homeless man sign, and I just like him trespass, please. Flagler Beach, Funky Pelican.
Okay, and what is he doing?
He's harassing all of our guests, and he's standing out front.
Do you know what the sign says?
Homeless vet.
Okay, and he's still outside now?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want him trespassed? Do you guys?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good.
Let me see the back of your sign. Okay.
So, doesn't want to give ID. Said we can't trespass him from here. He's going to get trespassed verbally from Funky Pelican. So you're trespassing me from in there? Yes.
And actually, we can trespass you from here. We can't, they can't, but we can.
They can.
Yes, I can.
Give it a try then.
Okay. So,
you trespass from me from here. I will not leave. You can take me to jail if you want to, but I'd rather not do that. You cannot trespass me from a public sidewalk.
Why do you think that?
Because I know that. What's your name? Yevington? Yevington? All right. Why would you think that you can trespass me from a public sidewalk?
Because this is our boardwalk and our pier.
It's public property, right?
Yep.
All right.
And we can trespass people from
if you're a dumb, you can think that.
Public sidewalks are public property and accessible to everyone. He can be there and hold whatever sign he wants. That's free speech. Only tyrants could challenge him on something like that. But will the ban budge?
So, we're going to ask you to leave, okay? From here. If you don't leave...
I'm not leaving.
Okay.
I refuse to leave.
So you're refusing to leave?
I am refusing to leave.
Okay. All right, let's be done with that. Didn't have to be this way, boss.
I know. Get my sign, that's my property.
Yep. Yep, we'll get it. Yep, we will.
Dum-dum. All you had to do was move down one way or the other, 50 feet, 25 feet. That's it. I have a right to be here just as much as anybody else.
Yep, let's go.
All right.
Yep, we'll get it. Come on. Yep.
Why you get trespass somebody from a public sidewalk for engaging in freedom of speech?
Yep. He asked you to leave.
Who's the supervisor?
You're looking at him.
That's it.
Where's your gun?
I got on the front out already.
All right.
I'm going to tighten these cuffs real quick.
We're still working on it.
Block them so they don't pinch up on you. Alright, well I'll adjust it real quick.
No dialogue, no fact-checking. Just some overconfident cops making fools of themselves. The man was rightly infuriated.
Are you serious? Freaking actually doing it. You're actually arresting me. All you had to do was respect my civil rights.
Have a seat.
All you had to do was respect my civil rights.
Have a seat.
And I ask you for this is your last chance to let me go.
Have a seat.
Have a seat, please. You're violating my rights. Can you please not violate my rights?
Have a seat.
You know you're violating my rights.
Totally.
And you don't give
Have
a
a
shit.
seat.
Wow. Okay. All you have to do is give us your ID so we can trespass you from the street. I can't fit back here, man.
You're gonna have.
Ow! 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 God!
Put your foot in.
The officers arrested him on a felony charge and even seized his firearm. This wasn't the first time Jeff had been arrested for such a BS reason. Jeff's friend, James Madison Audits, had to bail him out for $2,500. He then went to confront the store manager.
Holding signs or something like that?
Absolutely not.
No, they didn't have the guy was arrested out here just a little bit.
Who were you?
JMA Media. I run a channel called JMA Media. So.
JMA Media?
Yep.
Okay.
So I didn't know if anybody had any called here or something like that. We're just trying to find out what's going on. Because I don't know if it's like the riffraff from Bike Week or something like that comes in.
No, he's been here before.
Oh, has he?
He stands out there with a sign that says, God bless homeless veterans.
I gotcha.
On a cardboard sign.
Yeah.
So when he did it a few years ago, I went out and I said, I'm a veteran. What are you talking about? Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
I said, I'm just trying to bring awareness to veterans. I said, holding a cardboard sign that says, God bless homeless veterans.
Yeah.
I said, why don't you work for Wounded Warriors or something like that? Well, I don't want to.
Yeah.
He just comes
he
here
just does that
to
to instigate.
antagonize the police, See, because this happens to be a public building, but a private business.
Sure, yeah. You lease it from the city or whatever. Yeah.
So, and he has a YouTube channel.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Oh, yeah. He's got a YouTube channel. He's won a lawsuit in Alpharetta, Georgia. He's just, to me, and he says he's an Army vet. And I'm like, if you're really wanting to help veterans, why not do it in a legitimate way and not stand there with a cardboard sign? Yeah. So, yeah, my personal opinion is he's a jerk. And he says he's an Army vet. If you say you're a veteran, I believe you.
Air Force, it looks like.
Yes, I am.
Very cool. Thank you for your service.
He's a little younger than me. He's a lot bigger than me. He's a big guy.
I haven't seen him. I was down here and they're like, yeah, all the cops swarmed on this one guy down there.
They didn't swarm on him. He was standing there blocking the entrance. So, young lady, that's one of our managers, said, hey, could you move a little to the left, a little to the right?
Yeah.
Didn't even say anything about what he was doing. And he's not asking for money, but he's holding a cardboard sign that says, God bless homeless veterans.
Gotcha.
But he wouldn't move. He said, no, I have the right to be here, which technically I get it. But come on, don't be, so yeah.
Even in the manager's own words, technically, Jeff had the right to be there. And from the earlier body cam footage we saw, we can clearly see that Jeff wasn't blocking any doors. After freeing Jeff, James confronted the police supervisor.
I was going to ask you about Jeff Gray and why you shoved him in the car.
You'll have to speak with our chief or deputy chief.
Is it all right? Is that what you are? You're a piece of people on public sidewalks?
I'm not going to answer that.
You should, because I just talked to the guy over there at the place, and he said that's all public property out front. He said his stuff starts at the chalkboard.
Oh, okay.
You're a tyrant.
Okay.
And for doing that.
All right.
Why would you shove him in there, a guy that's like 6'2" and wide like that?
Day, man.
No, you.
We'll see you later.
Yeah, we will. Hey, do that halo law on me and see what happens.
Okay.
The supervisor just didn't care if Jeff's rights were violated or not. And that's the case with most police officers these days. A lot of unchecked power. Both James and Jeff are now preparing for a lawsuit against the PD. In our next case, Sean reminds us about the importance of auditing when he visits a prison where an inmate's life was taken by the NYS corrections officers. Long Island Audit Sean was visiting Mid-State Correctional Facility to protest and ask questions about how they brutally ended the life of an inmate, all while the National Guard stood by and watched. Within seconds of Sean reaching there, police arrived.
Watchtower here. Looks like they already have a state police officer coming out. I don't know if they're stationed here or what's going on.
How you doing?
Hey, sir, how are you?
Good. Can I help you with?
Nothing right now, sir. Just your name and badge number, if I may.
It's Trooper Bruce Stefano.
And your name and badge number, ma'am?
Sergeant Kavinsky, 5190.
Hi, guys. Nice to meet you.
What's going on?
I'm just investigating the murder of Messiah Nantuani that was here, that occurred here at Mid-State. Reports that he was brutally beaten, just like Robert Brooks was in Marcy. Oh, my name is Sean, sir.
Sean what?
Just Sean.
Just Sean.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Just Sean. Looks like we have a National Guard vehicle over here. So these doors are locked. Hey, how are we doing? I just wanted to ask some questions about the murder of Messiah Nantuani. You're not in the position to comment on it? Did you participate in the strike? You too. Have a nice day. We're going to ask as many correctional officers as we possibly can.
They locked the doors on him when he went up there. I guess they saw him coming with a camera and got freaked out. That's typical tyrant behavior for you. But Sean was just getting started.
Hey, how you guys doing?
You need to step outside.
Hey, how are you? I was just wondering, are you guys doing visits right now, or?
No.
Do you work for the Department of
You
Corrections?
need to step outside. This is a secure facility.
Yeah, just don't put your hands on me. I'd appreciate
I know.
it.
I'm not touching you. I'm sorry.
Well, no, you just made it seem like you're
I know.
going
I
to.
need you to step outside, though, please.
So, who are you?
I'm the mailroom supervisor.
This is the mailroom?
Yep.
Okay.
You need to step outside.
Oh, okay.
This is a secure building.
It's not so secure if I got here, right?
Please step out.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Maybe step out, please.
Who are you, sir?
Come in here.
Can I ask you some questions about a murder that took place here? Officer, can I ask you some questions about the murder that took place here, Messiah?
Sir, please step outside.
I'm just asking some questions.
Hey, you're not allowed to be in this building. Please step out.
If he isn't allowed in the building, they should have signs showing that. And I don't really get why the admin just rushes to push people out. I mean, we pay you. Moments later, Officer Stoffilano arrives.
There aren't any restricted area signs anywhere.
Please step out.
Can you point out the restricted area sign, sir?
Guys, you stepped in the watch invader? Yeah, we did. Excuse me, sir. Please don't touch me.
Oh, I'm not touching you, sir. Yeah. This is not a restricted area.
It is. You're in a restricted area.
Where does it say it?
Okay, Sean, you can't be in here.
Where does it say that?
Sean, you can't be in here. Right.
I just walked in, the door was open.
Walk out. All right. Follow the watch commander.
Excuse me, sir. I don't want to be that close to you. Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's go, Sean.
I don't want you to fall down.
Sean, we got to go that way. You can't. You're not going back inside, Sean.
I'm not going inside. You said he's locking the door. I'm not going to go inside.
Okay. All right.
I'm not going to go inside.
I'm going to stand right here, Sean.
That's fine, sir. You can stand wherever you want. This is public. You can stand wherever you like.
All right.
I'm just asking questions of the employees here. Again, I just want to point out that there's no restricted area signs here. The door was open. I walked in to ask questions.
Okay.
There's nothing nefarious
Well,
going
they
on
asked you
here.
to leave and you left.
Right, yeah.
But there's no reason to stand here right now.
Well, there is a reason, because I want to, anybody that's coming in and out of this door, I want to ask them questions.
Okay.
There was
who's going to come through this door now?
There was a depraved murder that took place here, sir.
Well, Sean, nobody's coming in.
As an investigative journalist, I'm asking questions about what happened here. That's it.
But what I'm saying is,
I'm not escalating a situation.
Nobody's coming to this door now.
Okay.
Okay.
So why? So what does it matter then? What does it matter if I'm standing here?
Okay. We'll just hang out here.
Okay. Last time they brutally murdered somebody, it took 2.5 months for charges to be
Well,
brought.
investigations take a while, you know.
When they're on video?
Very thorough.
When they're on video? What do you think would happen if somebody beat one of your coworkers to death on video? You think it'd take 2.5 months to bring him to justice? I don't think so, State Trooper. If it was on video, somebody beating to death a State Trooper, you think that it would take 2.5 months before they're brought to justice? You think that? Okay. All right. No problem.
Sean just came at him with facts. If it was the other way around, the inmate would be instantly charged, not in months, but in days. But since they have to save their fellow tyrant, they delayed justice. Officers were just scared of Sean, just like this one played deaf.
Excuse me, your supervisor. Excuse me, sir. Would you like to speak to me, sir? There's people that are brutally murdered in this facility. Would you like to speak? I know you can hear me. You're a lieutenant, right? So this is normally a publicly accessible area, but they just closed the door, apparently. So right here we have one of the National Guard vehicles. For those of you who do not know, the National Guard, the New York National Guard, was called in by the governor when 90% of the correctional officers here in New York State went on strike, again, to protest their working conditions, the same week that their brothers in blue were indicted on depraved murder charges. The same week. So to me, as a critical logical thinker, it seems to me that they're really protesting their brothers in blue being held accountable for depraved murder. You know, instead of following me around, you could be walking around inside the correctional facility, making sure people aren't getting beaten and murdered. That's what you could be doing. Instead of following me around, you could be walking inside the correctional facility here, actually protecting people's lives and holding criminals accountable.
Sean did his job. He educated the cops and got his point across. It's exactly efforts like these that we need to hold corrupt cops accountable. Sean wasn't bothered that much, but this next auditor had a cop reaching for a gun.
I don't know who you are. You're the guy with the gun? Exactly. What you gonna do with it?
Two auditors were conducting a First Amendment audit at the Las Vegas DMV when they were greeted by a tyrant in uniform.
I am. What are you doing? Have you received the latest training on you guys when it comes to people with filming? What are you doing? I don't answer questions. No, I just went to the end. You will while you're in here. Are you going to get out of here? You're going to, you and who else is going to remove you? I have the right to be here. Myself. Really? What are you recording? Call your supervisor. You're out of university. My supervisor just sent me to. You don't have to call the police. You don't have the right to touch me.
You're out of line, sir.
Oh, you're the law.
Sir.
Oh, you're the law. Allied University. If you put your hands on me, you're going to be on a big lawsuit.
Put my hands on you.
Okay,
what
good.
are you doing?
I'm working on a video.
You're working on a video? You see, this is what we call international espionage.
Really?
Yeah, you could be with a network. How do we know?
How do I know who you are?
I'm in uniform, are you?
I don't care. I could buy an Allied Universal
Then
uniform.
you need to go buy one and do your job.
I'm not security.
I am.
Okay, but you can't go against our rights.
You're in a public place.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I'm doing this. I can't do this. None of your business.
Please go to
Get
desk
out.
11.
Don't you touch me.
Get out.
If you touch me, I'm not.
Now serving Barbara.
Ruben, I need backup here now.
Please go to desk 11.
I'm going to call the police and
You're going to answer my questions or you're going to get out of here.
I don't have to answer questions.
I don't know if you are terrorists or what.
I don't know who you are.
Straight out of the blue, the cop calls him an international spy and a terrorist. Someone clearly is too old to remember his training for the job. But what's even worse is the guy's hand placement.
You're the guy with the gun? That's right. Exactly. What you going to do with it? Why are you putting your hands on it?
I got two 425s.
I'm not doing anything wrong, sir. I'm working on a video.
You will ask the question if you will answer.
I don't have to answer anything.
Deleted everything.
I don't have to answer anything.
You're out of line, sir.
We're not interfering with your business. You're interfering with us, actually.
Sir, I don't know if you're a terrorist or not.
Please don't touch your firearm.
My hand's going to stay where it is and you can't do nothing about it.
Really? Well, my camera's going to stay where it is and you're not going to do anything about it.
We're going to see in just a minute.
We're going to see.
We're going to see in just a minute.
We're going to see.
I need a supervisor over here.
Thank you.
It's going to be your last day on the job.
It won't be my last day, homeboy. You couldn't fire me.
I'm not your homeboy. You call me sir.
I won't call you sir if you call me sir. You can't answer my questions. I don't have.
You didn't make it to the police department. You want to think you could be a tyrant?
If I'm a stop or not.
I don't give a damn what you are.
Yeah,
Now serving David 022.
Now serving David 022.
Please go to desk 20.
Or what?
You're going to talk crazy.
You got thousands watching right now.
Yeah, go ahead. We're getting ready to find out in just a minute.
Go ahead.
This cop was acting unhinged. Why did he have to exert his dominance on them? They were not doing anything illegal, and no one even complained about them. Someone had to intervene fast.
I'm going to be rude. As long as
Now
you're
serving
rude, I'm
Marquis
You wouldn't want to
4321.
approach
Please
it
go
with
to
a bad
desk
attitude. Bro, you better back up.
all right, man, I want you to back.
This guy, you're violent, bro. You're violent. For no reason.
You both come in here recording.
We have the right to.
No, I've been to terrorist school. I know how to.
I don't give a damn what school you went to.
Are you familiar with Fordyce versus Seattle?
I don't care about.
Well, you should, because is that what you're going to tell the judge? Oh. Oh.
I'm over by number 27.
Oh, wow. You're dangerous.
You are very dangerous.
If I was dangerous, I'd be out there killing people.
You are very dangerous.
You have the right to film
You
me.
have the right to answer my questions.
And I have the right to say no. Because he's I cannot let him continue.
I can't talk. Let me talk to you. Talk to you.
Now serving Ron 3740.
That's disorderly conduct. That's restraining my peace. I want to just charge this. And if you don't, I'll find another cop that will. But this incident right here is I'm going to be taken care of the legal way. This guy broke the law. You're a cop. Do your job.
Now, you're going to tell me what to do.
Do your job.
I'm not telling you anything.
If you talk over me one more time, I'm doing my job by trying to ask you questions. If you want to talk over me and you don't want to hear my questions, just follow it forward and we'll look at it. Okay. But I can't just sit here and have you tell me what to do without gathering any information. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. So you're upset that he told you he might leave?
No, I never said that. You said that. I said that he made threats to physically remove me while holding his firearm, and I asked him why he was holding his firearm. He said his hand is going to stay exactly where it's at. It's threatening behavior towards us. His behavior is disturbing my peace by interfering with my job, by interfering with the First Amendment.
Your job?
Yes.
You don't work here.
This is my job. I pay 24% taxes on these videos, and trust me, it's a lot of money. So this is a job.
At least this guy was sensible enough to talk and sort things out, but his cool and calm demeanor wouldn't last for long.
Yes,
Dude, you gotta let me finish.
Yeah, no, you're coming over here with the wrong information. That's why.
Can you let me finish, though? You want to hear half the sentence? You want to disagree with me?
I have to have some business with him.
Partner, I'm gonna give you this, but you gotta let me talk. This is just ridiculous.
I already know what you were gonna say, sir. That's fine.
But let me say it anyway. Just be polite. Let me say it anyway. How about that?
Okay, I'm gonna be polite and listen to you to give me an unlawful order. Go ahead.
Okay. So DMV policy is if you have business here with DMV, you can be on premises. You can film all you want. You can't film people's personal information behind the counter, but you can be on premises. If you don't have any business here and you just want to film, then you'll be trespassed. Then you'll be trespassed. Here's a voluntary
because this is my job.
Trespass.
Oh, so what about his crime? What about
you're just jumping. His crime. So let's go to this.
We already know what you're
about.
You want to go to his crime? No, we're gonna go ahead and take this because you're
not gonna tell until I finish talking.
Whoa, you can't do that. Wow. Sir.
What's your name and batch number? What's your name and batch number? So we can leave?
Can I have my freedom of information request?
He's a criminal.
Thank you.
All that talk, and he was as much of a tyrant as the last cop. It's a great shame that such officers still serve us today. And that's gonna be all for today. If you liked the video, subscribe for more, and let me know in the comments if you want to see some more Corrupt Cops videos. Thanks for watching, and while you're still here, check out this video right here.
Do you guys exchange text messages? How do you guys communicate?
FaceTime. She'll FaceTime me at night when I'm not around.
Here's where I'm going to be brutally honest with you. There's your phone. And I'm pretty sure you know what some of those pictures are about.
Because right now, you know Stephen killed her. You know Stephen's protecting her. You know without her body, can he be charged with murder?
I don't know.